This trailer may have a dilapidated exterior, but the inside is a real retro haven. Tucked away in the Catskill area of New York State sits an old-school metallic mobile home. The vintage Spartanette camper is nestled beneath leafy green foliage and surrounded by woods. Once upon a time, the Catskill Mountains were an in-demand destination for tourists, especially those from the Jewish community. In fact, the area became known as the Borscht Belt, named after an Eastern European soup because of the heritage of the vacationers who so often visited. By the 1980s, though, flying had made reaching far-flung destinations much easier, so tourism to the Catskills waned. This left many resorts and campgrounds vacant, save for a few hotels that have remained in business. In the absence of tourists, the Catskill Mountains have become a destination for creatives and farmers, who hope to revive the region. Joshua, an Airbnb host who rents out a trailer in the area, describes the new population as similar to that of the South Williamsburg area of Brooklyn. To that end, Joshua's clutch of rental properties sits just 90 miles from New York City. And this proximity makes them an ideal weekend getaway for those living in the Big Apple. Situated on 12 acres of land, the retreat offers vacationers a variety of lodging styles. There's a guest house that sleeps 17 people, 2 smaller homes, a bungalow, a cozy cottage and, for luxurious camping, even a dome. Also on the property is an extremely retro trailer that sleeps 4 people. It was built in 1953, and taking in the appearance of its exterior, you'd be forgiven for thinking it's nothing special. However, a step inside would prove that notion to be totally incorrect. In reality, the trailer is actually an ode to the 1950s, the decade in which the Spartanette mobile home was built. The interior's first eye-catching element is its walls. Natural wood paneling, a design staple during that era, covers the inside. Another of the trailer's strikingly vintage features is the booth seating in the dining area. Those with a keen eye will notice that it looks similar to a 1950s-style diner. Teal leather covers the U-shaped bench, and pink gingham curtains dangle behind, adding a contrasting pop of color. Directly across from the table stands the galley kitchen. Here, another window bedecked with rosy checked curtains hovers over a sink. And the white refrigerator and stove both have period details like chrome-plated vents and curved facades. A few steps past the kitchen, and all of its pine glory will have you in the camper's master bedroom. Of course, the walls here are covered in pine, too, giving the room a warm atmosphere. And the plush bed for 2, complete with its own wooden headboard, makes it even cozier. In this main bedroom, you'll find another 1950s-style touch. The curtains have a colorful floral pattern punched up on a white background. Bright floral prints were, you see, a hallmark of the decade's style, especially in women's fashion. As the trailer's advertisement states, there's room for up to 4 guests. And with that in mind, 2 twin beds reside in another corner of the vintage trailer. The windows throughout this space are also flanked by the same floral print curtains typical of the era. No matter how beautiful the interior, though, the trailer doesn't just draw guests because of its rich 1950s period detail. Indeed, just outside the camper's front door stands a peaceful forest of lush green trees. But the grounds on which the trailer stands have more amenities than just a wealth of natural beauty. For starters, it's a working farm. Guests can buy fresh vegetables and eggs once they've arrived for their Catskills getaway. Aside from the egg-laying chickens, which run free on the grounds, the farm has sheep, Angora rabbits, and dairy goats as well as a cat and a dog. And if guests bring along their own pooches, there's a pond where they can swim. Pet parents can enjoy the pond, too, from the comfort of the wooden sun loungers situated on its banks. For those who prefer a more substantial swim, though, there's even a lake close by. In fact, it's just over the road. And there, You'll also find trailheads to hike the Catskills. The list of the site's interesting features doesn't end there, either. For instance, the property's owners have even turned keeping Angora rabbits into a bit of a side business. The proprietor's on-site fiber arts workshop is where they spin the bunny's fur into all kinds of winter warmers, which they then sell during the summer. To round out their enjoyment of the offerings, guests, meanwhile, can whip up a meal at the alfresco kitchen unit or head outdoors for a rustic shower. You see, although both of those amenities are available within the trailer, the 12-acre property also has the very same facilities on its grounds. Oshua, the Airbnb host in charge of the trailer, lauded the area's natural wonders over all of his property's amenities, though, as he put it, there are hikes that will lead you to rivers, waterfalls, and lookout points. And the guests seem to agree, as they've given the property and its location a unanimous 5-star rating. Joey, who stayed in May 2018, wrote, "I enjoyed the escape from the bright lights and busy streets to the quiet and peaceful woods.